Okay, guys, we're gonna get started in just a few moments here. I'm just grabbing the recorder to make sure we record it. Can everybody hear me loud and clear? Yep. Awesome. Awesome stuff, guys. Good, 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 good. Where's everybody from tonight? I'm located in Ontario, Canada. Where are all you guys from tonight? We got a packed house again. I love these training webinars that we're helping people learn how to do stuff and get education on stuff because you get the whole different crowd that comes on. Florida, Nashville, UK. Holy UK. Up pretty late there. More Nashville, Arizona. Awesome. I like the Florida one. I like Florida. Good stuff. Good stuff. Toronto. Awesome. We do too. The Philippines. Holy. Now what time is it in the Philippines right now? It's 9 o'clock here in Ontario. Neptune, the town, not the planet. That'd be. I think that's New Jersey, isn't it? New Jersey. That's funny. I like that. 9 a.m. in the Philippines. Holy. So you're a good 12 hours ahead. Well, at least you're not up late. That's the good. That's the good part. Awesome. Okay. Well, tonight we're running. Hit this record button. Tonight I'm running a solo. I usually have my partner on board to make sure the questions get answered and everything like that. So what we're gonna do tonight is I'm gonna look at the questions and do the slides and stuff like that all at the same time, and make sure we get through the content and make sure we answer your questions all in the same go. So I'm excited. What I want to do also what I want to do is I want to get a kind of a reach for the crowd who's actually on the crowd. What do you guys do? Like, what is your industry right now that you're in? The people that are on this webinar. Marketing. Good stuff. Good stuff. Is there like offline guys, affiliate marketing, real estate agents, anybody? Mortgage brokers, car salesmen, real estate, awesome. This is good. There's actually I'm going to show an example on how to use this for real estate, affiliate marketing, internet marketing, product creation. Awesome. Awesome. University recruiter. Now there's something I would I've never tackled. That would be definitely an interesting thing for me to try is university recruiting. And same thing as all my funnels, but I've never actually just tried to do something like that. That's cool. Awesome. Good stuff. So we got a good diverse crowd on here. Author, cool, cool, cool. Awesome. I'm excited. Good stuff. All right, so in front of you right now in your computer screen, you're going to see a do not reproduce thing. Now, why does Mike Somerville put these things on all of his webinars? Well, like we know, people like to copy stuff. So my team is all about being FTC compliant and being abiding by the law. So we have to put this up here to protect everybody. Any and all information that it will be given in here is strictly from me. It's off the cuff. I do not have a script in front of me or anything like that. So it's kind of copywritten material. You authors out there will definitely understand that kind of issues. Anyway, so who's Mike Somerville? I'm going to just do a quick brief overview of me because I know I'm telling you right now, a majority of you people on this call have no clue who I am just because of the advertising we did for these webinars. And I'm going to give you a brief rundown of who I am. I'm a well-known internet marketer, obviously, in different crowds, stuff like that. I teach at Chamber of Commerce all over Ontario, seminars all over the world. Internet marketing, local marketing, just marketing in general, and how to do stuff in the new age, the new way. Because we all know newspapers are dying out. I don't know if there's any newspaper people on here, but $800 for a newspaper ad these days is a little bit crazy when you can spend 20, 30 bucks and get 10 times the readership. So definitely people are definitely coming on board more nowadays because they totally get the concept of internet marketing and social media and the need for it. And basically, it's going to be sooner than later the only way to do stuff. We actually a lot of our content and my partner's content ends up in a lot of published books across the world. They, quote us, stuff like that. So we're accomplished like that. We've been endorsed by universities and stuff. There's one guy in the States, he's a university professor, and he actually uses my content to teach in his class. Don't ask me how he does it, but he alters his curriculum and has my stuff in there, which is cool. I actually have a student that in my high-end coaching, and she's I don't know I think it's like a business administration, but it's like a 5-year university course. And she told me in the first week of my training, which is quite expensive, probably about as much as her tuition, she learned more than she's going to learn probably the entire 5 years to get her MBA. So it's definitely cool when you can get people back at you that are saying that your stuff's that great. So that's kind of who I am in a nutshell. And I'm very outspoken, very real, transparent type guy. I don't hide behind a computer screen. You can find me all over Facebook and Twitter, anywhere. So I'm definitely an active guy out in the open, making videos of me driving around my BMW. That's what I like to do. I don't know why. Going to Tim Hortons, get a coffee, make a video on my BMW. So that's the cool part about what we do. So we developed this model, and a lot of guys have adapted it. I developed it because I'm well known for Facebook marketing. That's my background: traffic funnels, conversion, stuff like that. But majority of people, when you ask who's my son, they're going to say, "Oh, that Facebook guy." So I developed a funnel, and we're well known for this type of stuff. And same with my partner on the create a lead, convert a lead. Because in this day and age, you need to be able to create the lead, and you need to be able to convert it, and you need to be able to do that almost simultaneously. It needs to be happening right away, because most of the time the reason why you're doing what you're doing is you need more profits in your business, you need to increase your bottom line, and you need to see an ROI, right? So everything we do has to deal with these two boxes: creating the lead and converting it. I'm not trying to create the lead and hang on to the lead. I'm trying to create it and convert it. Put money in my pocket, put money in my business partner's pocket, put money in my clients' pockets, our offline clients and all that stuff right away. So that's what we do. So a lot of what you're going to learn tonight is based on this concept, which is cool for, looking by the judgment of the crowd tonight. We're a very diverse crowd, so this is going to be really cool for you guys to learn. So the topic of tonight's webinar is Pinterest. This thing is blowing up like mad. The statistics are crazy. There's a lot of controversy right now in the media. People are going one way with it, going another way with it. And, people are saying, oh, it's no good for SEO. And Mike Somerville's out there preaching SEO with Pinterest. And, so right now the media just doesn't know what to make of it. And if you know anything about the media, if they don't know what to make of something, they generally just make up stuff. So that's kind of a lot of what's going on, because they're not really releasing, my slide's going backwards here. They're not really releasing a lot of stats. All right, there we go. So what is Pinterest? First of all, let's see how many of you guys right now know what Pinterest is. You've either seen it in the media, you're on it doing stuff, or just have no freaking clue whatsoever. Barb's on it. Awesome. I usually have one or two ladies that are on our webinars, and they usually say, I'm totally addicted. I use it all day long. I have it on my iPhone. I have it on my iPad. And, I'm just addicted to surfing through this thing. And that's the people I love, because you end up helping me on these educational things. Awesome. Love it. Yes, on my iPhone. Awesome. Alex is not clear. Well, we're gonna make sure you're clear on what it is tonight, brother. Using for my viral image. Yep, viral images. That's one of the best ways to do it. Getting marketing, stuff like that. Awesome. So I'm gonna say probably 20 to 30% of you guys are on it, doing something with it. Bill says I'm loving it. Some of the biggest IM marketers are following me. Yeah, that's because you probably followed them on Facebook and then came over. Awesome. Don't know how to use it properly. Well, we're going to show you how to do it tonight. Everything I teach is totally within the. I'm just going to let you know, everything I teach and I do is totally within the terms of service. Some stuff I push the borders on, and I don't usually teach that kind of stuff because I'm still testing the borders. See how far I can do stuff. Right now I have about 20 accounts on Pinterest doing different things, and we have no problem at all with anything we do, so it's quite exciting. I'm loading my pinups. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so Pinterest, a lot of people are calling it a social marketing tool, a viral pin board. it's more of an interest based. You know what I mean? Like most of the people that are on here are pinning stuff they're interested in. They're kind of curating it, and it's definitely it's a social network in the terms of our definition of social network. But there's not much actual social communication going on. Like you can't PM people, or you can't, you know, comment on somebody's thread, stuff like that. The only interaction you have is by means of pinning stuff, reliking it, liking it, and commenting, which actually forces people in the Pinterest community to virally market your products, right? So it is actually a viral marketing tool that people. I mean, when Ben came up with the concept, he just came up with the concept because I mean I've watched everything this guy's released, and he just loved curating stuff, loved collecting things or whatever. So the concept came very simple to him. And then, of course, you know, people come out with these websites, and then the marketers jump on board and make it what it needs to be. And that's kind of what we do. So, you know, it's kind of like the olden days where people would scrapbook, you know, rip something out of a magazine, put it in a scrapbook for later so they can remember it. That's the same type of concept of what's going on Pinterest. Only you can use videos and images and text images and stuff like that. So it's very cool, very viral, very, you know, I mean, when I get in there, some of the stuff that I look at, it just gets exciting because we are the 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 world nowadays is more or less like these websites like Yelp and the consumer review magazines and all that stuff. They're gonna have traction for a limited time, but 90% of the way things sell nowadays, and you'll get this when I say it, is through interest marketing. So if you're on Facebook, I'm going to refer to Facebook a lot because that's like my office, Facebook. If you're on Facebook and somebody, you know, says, oh, I just, you know, I was at Canada's Wonderland today. The new ride was amazing. You got to check it out. You know what you're going to do? You're going to say, you know what? I got nothing doing this weekend. I should go check out that ride, right? That dude or that woman ended up promoting Canada's Wonderland, you know, probably drove, you know, a bunch of their friends to Canada's Wonderland or whatever. Canada's Wonderland is a theme park in Ontario, through just a post on Facebook. Okay, my wife has a very small crowd of friends on Facebook. I have a very large crowd because everybody wants to be my friend, apparently. Don't know anybody, but that's what goes on Facebook. So she sees different things, and a majority of her Facebook friends are her old friends from college or high school and stuff like that. And they're new moms, you know, they're just getting houses, they're buying new cars. So she sees the things that they're doing and ends up saying, oh, that's cool, I should go check that out, right? So we become more of an interest consumer than actually going by the consumer reviews or whatever. I don't know if I'm explaining that properly, but that's the way the world's working nowadays. If you notice people at a mall, what are they doing when they're in shopping? If they're inclined with technology, 90% of those people are actually comparing prices in front of the product they're looking at buying. Why? Because within 5 seconds, you can know every price available on that product. If you have an iPhone, you can scan the barcode of that product and then have it come up every competitor and what their price is, right? So the world now it becomes socially dependent, really. We depend on these social markets. We depend on these social mediums, and if we didn't have them, my God, I don't know what we would do. And that's the honest to God's truth. So Pinterest kind of takes all that and puts it in one place and forces people to become interactive with your brand, your product, and stuff like that through video and images, whereas on Facebook, you know, there's different ways to market. But Pinterest is a wham bam, thank you ma'am, they're off to your website buying it or checking it out or liking it type idea, and that's the cool thing about it. So no matter what brand, product, service you have, this will work for you, and that's the cool part. So how does it work? Well, people are pinning stuff on Pinterest to their boards. They're creating boards. They're calling it. Majority of people are, you know, they're creating these ideas of kitchen rentals. So they're going through Pinterest and they're looking at kitchen stuff, or they're looking at cabinets, and they're looking at, you know, different stuff. And then they create these boards, ideas for kitchen rentals, right? Not only that, they'll be like clothing I like, different stuff. These are just regular people that aren't using it for the method that we want to use it for. So we can actually capitalize on that method because they're going to end up pinning your brand or pinning your products, and people are going to like it and carry on with that. That's the cool part. And then when somebody pins to Pinterest as a news feed, it has, you know, the same idea as Facebook, and it's consistently refreshing, and they just changed their algorithm so that marketers can't get, you know, positioning as fast as we should. So every time they pin something, it goes to all their followers, not only of their account, but you can have separate followers on each board, which is even cooler. And I'm going to show you how all that stuff works tonight. So it's pretty cool. You can upload stuff straight from your computer, or you can upload stuff from the web already, and that's cool. So why does it matter? I mean, I've given you a ton of reasons on why it matters, but what is the main reason why it matters? Simply the audience. It's just simply the audience. It's growing too fast, and it's growing way too efficiently for us not to take notice and take action on it, right? So Pinterest, they've hit in between 12 and 13 million users right now. Nobody really knows the actual number, so there's a ton of numbers out there. They won't release it. I mean, not that I've found it. I've been on this thing like mad, trying to get into the corporate side of it and seeing what's going on. But they're in between 12 and 13 million users right now, and it's grown over 400% since Christmas. Okay, I jumped on board in September, and it was small, and it was this is like the profile and the layouts changed like 6 times since I've been on it, and it was very simplistic. We actually modeled one of our websites after the original Pinterest, and because I really like their simplistic layout. And then the next thing I know, this thing is like the biggest website. So it was crazy that I was in the middle of this thing and I was looking at it and showing all my buddies, but I wasn't using it to its full capabilities up until a few months ago. So it was pretty cool. So they actually are referring more traffic than YouTube, Google, and LinkedIn right now. They're just droves of traffic coming in and leaving Pinterest, which is the whole reason why they're doing what they're doing. Excuse me for a second. Sorry. They've actually developed this thing so that you will drive traffic off the website, which is crazy. A little bit of a reverse of Mark Zuckerberg's concept, but that's what they want you to do. They want traffic to be flowing off. They're basically looking to be a conductor. And why? And I will actually go on record saying it. There's tons of reasons why being the middleman is the most effective thing. Not only can you gain a strong audience being the middleman, not only can you gain a strong following, a strong audience, but once they monetize this, and they've not monetized it right now, they've taken out the skim links and all that. So right now it doesn't actually make money, which is the funny part. The site's not actually making any money right now. But when they do launch this thing, being the middleman, they know that they're going to get consistent flow of traffic. Whereas Facebook can judge their traffic because they know how many users they have, they know how many people are flowing through it, what they're doing, where they're going, how they're doing it, right? Pinterest is just like, yo, well, you have a website there, pin it to my website. I just want a referral through the middle, and I'll take, like, they're just taking a piece of the pie, really. It's really cool what they're doing. And they're only second to none to YouTube for active users being on their site. So I'm going to say, I think right now it's like 70% of their users are on there for like 1.8 hours a day. Like, it's crazy. And it's growing. A lot of people are saying it's all women on there, but it's growing very rapidly because of the way it is invite only. So you have to have a Pinterest or a Facebook account or a Twitter account, and once you do that, it ends up sending all your people invites and stuff like that. So that's how they're growing so rapidly, and that's why the women's base was so strong, just because women have more friends of women, right? So ways to monetize this thing. So this is where we're going to get into some stuff. And I'm going to go live, and I'm going to show you a bunch of examples on how to do this, and we're going to help you out tonight. But ways to monetize this. Now, if you are a follower of mine on this webinar, I always refer to real estate, mortgages, and cars. Why? Because that's the big three, right? That's the big three. We always need houses, we always need money, and we always need transportation, right? So those are the big three. Now, if you can monetize those big three in anything, then you can monetize anything in those platforms, right? So if you can make those big three work, anything will work. So that's why I always reference those, and it's actually past work experience and ownerships that I used to have in companies like that. So I'm very good at those type of things. So you can build large lists of targeted traffic or niche traffic through Pinterest effectively. And there's tons of examples in the media right now, people doing this, and they're bashing people, but I love it because they're proving what I've been preaching for the last month consistently since we launched this. So it's pretty crazy. And it can be traffic conductor for your organic traffic. And contrary to a lot of posts in the internet and a lot of buzz, this thing is getting SEO traffic, and it is getting backlinks and stuff like that. I have tons of backlinks and SEO ranking through Pinterest. So, I mean, if it's working for me, it's got to work for you. And these guys that are saying it's not, I don't know. I don't know where they're coming from with these concepts. But also, if you're a local marketing, is there anybody? I'm probably talking really fast tonight. I just realized this. James isn't on with me tonight, so I can't know if I'm going too fast or if it's getting through. But is there anybody tonight that is in the local marketing? So you're like a marketing consultant. You help people either be online or offline, stuff like that. Excuse me. Oh, awesome. So Sue is Lisa. Mobile apps, awesome. Mobile apps is like a big business. Big business. We have a segment of our company that does that. We're doing some awesome. So actually, one of the big things, and this is actually very huge right now, is a lot of internet marketers are either migrating to mobile or they're migrating to a consulting deal. And the whole thing is with a lot of these guys is the principles in which they've built their businesses online aren't going to work, right? So they have to adapt to different things. Um, so that, whereas us, I mean, my whole business is built around social media. So I mean, if social media goes away, then I have to rethink my business. But until it does, I'm golden. But if you're a local marketer, I lied. I did a webinar last week, I think it was the last one we did, and I showed these guys. There was like 10 or 15 marketers on there, our local marketers that help in consulting. I gave them a complete business in a box right away on the same webinar. So I'm going to kind of do this. I can't remember exactly what I said because, like I said, everything I do is off the cuff. But I'm going to tell you right now, you can make $497 a pop setting up Pinterest accounts. Okay, how do I know this? I've done it, and I have another lady. I won't release her name, but she's been doing this thing in droves, 10 to 15 a week. She's banging out, and she does them like in like an afternoon. Sets them all up and away she goes. So what you do is basically you tell people that this is going to get them a ton of traffic, which it is, and we're going to show you how it works tonight. But you set them up, so you set them up on their website, and you make sure they have the pin it, on their website. You make sure they have an account set up on Pinterest. You make sure that the board's set up properly. You make sure that they have efficient calls to action within their pins, and you want to be driving traffic back and forth. So businesses are not concerned with this type of stuff, but if you can give them a reason, if you could tell them, look, Martha Stewart made $3 million so far this year in 2012 from strictly from Pinterest, they have to listen to you because it's something that you have to take notice on. Not only that, the media is going to help you because the media is driving a lot of this right now. So you just got to follow the wave and make things happen. But you can get $497 for setting up these accounts. So all you got to do is you got to go, just get them on board. You set up their account, set up their website to flow back and forth, and it just works amazingly. I'm just looking at the questions here. Please receive what you need to do for the steps. So basically, all you have to do, and this is one of the main key nuggets that I'm going to give you tonight, because we usually give away 3 or 4 nuggets, and you'll pick them up. You'll notice I give away very high-end information in my webinars, unlike a lot of other webinars. So what you do is you simply go to a business, or if you have a clientele already, and say, look, you need to be set up on Pinterest. I'm charging $497 to set you up. I'll link it between your website or your blog or your squeeze page or whatever and Pinterest. I'll then set up the Pinterest account to have a minimum 5 boards. It's going to take you like seconds to do, with a bunch of photos relatively to your brand and your message, right? Then you're going to set them up for SEO in their area. And I'm going to show you how to do all that tonight. And you can charge $497. You can go tomorrow morning if you know somebody and do it, because they know they need to be on these things, but they don't know how to do it, right? And after tonight, you're going to know how to do it. So you'll be able to go and get that popping. All right, so once you understand Pinterest, like you say at the bottom, once you understand how to use Pinterest, possibilities are endless. Same thing with Facebook, same with Twitter, same thing with LinkedIn. These are my playing grounds, and these are the things I'm an expert in, and that's what we roll with. So let's connect online right now. I'm going to open up Chrome. If this slows down, let me know, because Chrome is a bandwidth hog. And so if it slows down, let me know, and I'm going to try and keep an eye on it and make sure. I got all new internet and everything set up here, so we shouldn't be. I got like the fastest internet available, so we should be okay. But the last couple of webinars, we had a few issues. Okay, so I want to show you an example because I like doing this kind of thing. I just like putting people, trying to get them to back down a bit. I want to show you. I'm not signed in to, where's my trusty pen here? My amazing penmanship. Color red. As you can see, I'm not signed into Google, right? So I'm signed into Google, so none of this is going to go off previous searches. Um, can you guys see that circle around the sign in? I can't see it on the audience view. I just want to make sure that there's no lag or anything when we're getting into this live stuff. Awesome. Okay. I see. I like to keep my dashboard open. So we're at a 50% attention rate right now. I'm going to tell you, if you're watching this, you're going to want to maximize the screen so I get 100% attention, because I'm going to give you a ton of content right now, and you're going to miss something. I know it, and I don't want you to miss anything. So there we go. We're at 80. Hit that 100 mark, and I'm going to be pumped. That's what I like about GoToWebinar. I can see who's watching and who's not watching. Okay, so here what we have. What we have is I did a search for Martha Stewart wedding. Okay, this is huge search term right now, being that it is wedding season. And Martha Stewart has a strong following in weddings. Okay, so I'm going to show you something real quick. So if we search Martha Stewart, I have nothing set up here. I strictly went in, searched it. I'll even hit search again for you, so you can see there it refreshed. Okay, obviously her website's number one, obviously, right? So what do we got as number two? We have Facebook, right? So she's been on Facebook for a while, they're getting good traction. Then you have her other website, so marthastewart.com. Then you have Twitter, and if we scroll down, we're going to have Amazon. And guess what? Where's position? What position is this? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8th position, page 1, right? 8th position, page 1 is Pinterest. Okay? So Martha Stewart wedding magazine on Pinterest. Okay? So she's got it set up. She's got the keyword here. I'm going to show you how to do all this, right? Got the description. So if that's not SEO, I guess I don't know anything about SEO. Actually, I don't know much about SEO, but I know how to get ranked in Google. So that right there, to me, page 1 from Pinterest, no money involved, nothing at all, is huge to me. Huge, 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 huge. Okay, page 1. She was actually ranking at the top of page 1, but she must have been doing some posts on Twitter, and she must have been doing some Facebook stuff, like her team, because they got bumped. And I know right now there's a lot of Amazon for it, so reduced receiving. Everybody can still hear me. I got the pink arrow up saying my audio reduced. Usually when I'm doing stuff on Chrome, it gets reduced. Good, good, good. Okay. So can you guys see how valuable that is so far, being that she's ranked that good? Good stuff. Awesome. Yeah, this is seriously crazy. A lot of people are underestimating the power of Pinterest, and they're actually, like, there's media coming out saying that Pinterest is closing down and all that, and it's not going to happen, because if they do, make sure Mike Zimmer will be there with a check in hand, because this thing will not close down. It's big to come out with. That's why there's like 900 clones coming out right now. So it's pretty cool that you get ranked like that, and she's actually doing 20%. Let me see if I can grab this. Show you guys. This is not pre. We'll be live. It might not work. I did a search to check it from Pinterest. So I'm just going to do a quick Alexa search and show you. Uh, Yeah, get yeah, break up here now. Okay, can you hear me now? This Chrome's bad for that. You should be able to hear me. Yep. Okay. So here's what we're going to go into. We're going to go into quick stream. Just waiting for there's going to be a little bit of lag. We'll get through this. I'm going to close a bunch of these things in a second. From Chrome and GoToWebinar, you always have a huge lag. I like to usually I don't mind working with it because I like to give you live content, whereas a lot of other guys won't show you live. I believe that's the only way that you learn. So if you see here, she's getting 21 point today. She's getting 21.1% from Google, 18% downstream, and 21% upstream. Look at the second position, second most referred, or MarthaStewart.com. Okay, MarthaStewartWedding.com is going to be higher, but I just wanted to show you this. Okay, Pinterest is pulling almost triple the traffic for her than Facebook. Okay, they run Facebook ads for Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart's fan page on Facebook is massive. The person that's running her social media knows what they're doing, and they know how to post, when to post, what's going on with posts on Facebook. So for Pinterest to be driving that much traffic, that is astounding. Yeah, so it is pretty crazy, and there's some traffic flowing out, to different sub networks and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. The audience obviously is going to be more female because I don't know too many guys that are checking out that site, but that's what our audience is pulling right there. So it's pretty good. So that's pretty powerful stuff, right? I'm gonna get into some serious content, but I want to show you the power of this thing right now. This is a graphic designer on Pinterest, and she has right now. Let me grab my 72,000 followers, right? And she's only following just under 200, right? So that's pretty good if she's looking to do some marketing. If we look at, she has like under 9,000 pins, under 9,000 likes. If we look at, let's look at a board pins on it, inspiring graphic design. If she has more followers on this, she's a bit less. So you can see that well than this board, but a lot of the times it's reversed. It'll be almost double. Glitterguide.com, they have like 31,000 followers. Right? Draft off. I'm showing you an example of this stuff. This is, but you don't have to be doing this. This is regular guys that got big points. Look at this one. Joy Chow. 13,000 followers. Okay, she's a designer, food enthusiast at ojoy.blogs.com. Okay? Crazy. Crazy, crazy. So if you do a few little inside, well, you some good traffic, right? My mind when I look at it, that's crazy when I looked at that. Lux Finds, they do a lot of pin per minute stuff. We're going to show you how to do that. They got 235,000 follows on here. And the funny part, their website, right? They don't have that big of a traffic rating. They're not that big. You do an Alexa on luxury. Wait for it to catch up here. The Alexa on them is 50%. almost. So they're driving 50% of their traffic is coming from Pinterest. That's crazy, right? Facebook 4%, Google 8%, Pinterest 48.8%. What? I don't know if you got can are we caught up that far? What's going on? Nope, we're still on. There we go. That was weird. Quite a bit of a lag there. Yeah, so if you see here, guys, 48%. 48% is Pinterest traffic to that profile Lux finds. That's crazy, right? And I'll bet you they don't even know much of what they're doing. They just got a little bit of traction there in Pinterest. There's another one, the official Pinterest account for the designer. She's got 307,000 followers. So in here. Versus the winner. I'm gonna use my personal account just because it's examples and stuff like that. So I'm gonna show you how to do this stuff. So people don't interest you kind of getting an idea on how viral this thing is, how much traffic it can actually drive. We're not losing anybody, and we got 97% attention right now. So we're doing pretty good. We're not losing anybody either. Awesome, good stuff. Tim says I'm excited. Awesome, good stuff, Tim. Good, good, good. Excited, excited. Good stuff. All right, so this is what your profile will look like when you have Pinterest. For those of you that have a Pinterest account, you'll know what this looks like. Anyways, you got a bunch of random stuff set up here. It's actually driving traffic, which is hilarious. But it's meant for that. It's meant to be strictly for webinars examples and offline examples. So if you go in, once you set up your account, you obviously need Twitter or whatever. You can set them up. How do they built the massive simply connecting the two together, right? So connecting their site with Pinterest, posting videos and images like that. Same thing I'm going to show you how to do, and people just end up following it. 90% of internet marketers, 90% of your traffic comes by fluke. Everybody says, "Oh, I'm spending hours getting SEO and all that stuff." Most of the viral traffic by fluke, by other people sharing stuff going viral. I mean, I have viral campaigns that weren't even supposed to be viral. So stuff just kind of happens, and to be honest with you, I can tell you the reason why they happen, but a lot of them happen just because they liked it, somebody else liked it, that person liked it, somebody tweeted it. So it's just that kind of. But that's how they're driving those big things. Can you give us some examples on calls to action within the 5 pages? Yep, that's exactly what we're going to do tonight. I'm going to try and speed it up a little bit because I'm trying to keep on the hour mark because it is getting quite late. But I'm going to show you exactly how to do that stuff. I'm going to show you this is their profile. So the add file, you can tell it you can change your name anytime. Actually, back and forth. Huge lag right now. Okay. I think we should be back up and running there. Now, I've tried different browsers. It doesn't make any sense. I just got this new internet from where I live, and it's supposed to be better, but I don't know. I think a lot of it has to do with GoToWeb. The more you do, the more screwed up you get. So I don't have any run. I need to get to a Mac. That's what I need. You're right, Colin. PC days are coming to an end. I love my PCs, but the Macs are looking a lot better. Right. So the first name. So here's the cool thing. I'm going to become a Mac man. So the first name and your last name is actually the title that's across your Pinterest account. So if you're a business, it can be your business name. Example, I have Mike Somerville Consulting on here. That could be, Lisa and Tim's Consulting, or, Belleville Ontario Consulting, whatever you want it to be. There's no actual TOS on that. They just have it set up so that is those two forms. So you know where they come in the profile. On top of that, the username can be changed at any time, whenever you want. So if today I live in Belleville, but tomorrow I live in Toronto, I can change it from Mike's Consulting Belleville to Mike's Consulting Toronto if it's available. Very simple. That's the cool part. Facebook, you can only change it once, right? You're screwed. Pinterest is allowing us right now. I don't see why they would change this, just because the whole meaning behind their viral marketing. And we can set that up. Now the About Us section, if we go back to the other screen, see how much of a lag we get here, switching back and forth. There we go. So you can see up here I have Mike Somerville's Consulting, and then I have this section here. So this is the About Us section, right? And then I have my website, my Facebook, my location, which is actually SEO, right? And that's what this is here. So the About Us section is right here. It's another 500 character area, and you can put in anything you want there, right? In profiles that we're going for keyword terms, we put it keyword rich, same thing you do on LinkedIn. That's what you do in here. And then you have your location. So when Google comes on, it's like Mike Somerville's Consulting, Mike Somerville, and then the keywords in the description, and then they see my location, they put it all together and throw it in Google for me. Can we put up the whole curation in location? What do you mean, like Belleville, Ontario, Canada? Is that what you mean? Yeah, sure. I can't see why not. I haven't done that, but if we put Belleville, Ontario, Canada, and then for local SEO, that'd be huge. I haven't done it. My modules teaches that. They haven't actually. Bam, right the call to action for you. You guys can see that right there. The phone number, everything went in there. I wonder. Let me just try, because I never maxed that out. Let me. I think we should be able to go the whole width of that. Yeah, we can go the full width, so you can have like your local number and your 800 number in there, which is pretty cool. I put the location with everything. There's a little bit of lag. I'm waiting for it to catch up, but I put the location with everything just because for Google to index it. So you guys can see that we have two phone numbers and the address. So you can probably put in your full address and your phone number there, and that'd be cool for you business guys, offline guys. So that's pretty cool. All right, so then that's like this whole section is what you're going to want to work, and then you can put your website in there, change it at any given time. Your Facebook ends up being Concord. Now you don't have to have, because I signed up with Facebook, it pulls my Facebook image, so you can just take that and make it your business logo, right? And Twitter. That's probably why that's off. This is just my demo account. Yeah. Plus, if I was doing all this stuff, it would be it'd tick off my people. But even on and off right there. See, I don't have a Twitter account linked with it. Authorize the so, accounts I have there. My daughter's cute. Yeah. So that's pretty cool like that, right? So I'm going to show you another example. Uh, yeah, we're going to show you what do we got? We got 950K. So I'm going to show you this board. Okay, I have 291 followers on here, none whatsoever. Just I'm not trying to get followers on here. I'm using this strictly as an example for webinars and stuff like that. Prior to about a couple months ago, I was using my normal stuff to give examples, and they ended up getting like spammed and all that stuff all the time. So now I just use examples, and then I give identical examples but without the actual account. So you can see here that I have 291 followers on this free system, which for you affiliators, you'll get this. I have 344 followers. So I have more followers on this board, which is ironic. I'm on that, right? So here, all this is strictly lost stuff, right? So I come up, and then you can see here I have my keywords, so my hashtags. I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. My website, right? But then I have the image linked to this website. So I have the website there, the website there, the keywords from people start searching, get it ranked. But when you discover how you can make money with this free commission software today, pretty high keywords, free commission software, comes to a landing page. Right, so you affiliate marketers just had a light bulb moment, didn't you? I know you did. I can feel it on this side of the webinar on how to do your traffic funnel, right? So that's what I'm doing. This is actually converting right now at 80% of the traffic that comes from there. We're doing about 25 to 35 signups a day on this demo account, which is funny, right? So that's how you do that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you. This image actually was pulled from Paul Puntz's products, right? But if you you guys are wondering for your call to action, this is where you do it. So here is my edit section to edit the pin. Now, if you pin something from another website, you will have a link to their website, okay? But we don't want to send them traffic. We want to send ourselves traffic. So if we see a nice image on something that's not going to get us in hot water, but it's not a Coca-Cola image or something that's going to get us in trouble, we want to send that traffic from that image to our website. So all you do is you come in here, hit the edit button, and you change it to your website right there. That's all you got to do, right? And then set it up to the board here, so you can change whatever your board you want it to go to on any time. But that's all you got to do. And then we have our description section. So this is our description, 500 characters, right? And we want to have these hashtags, right? So same as Twitter, you want to have that. Why? Because that's what gets queried when people use the search function on here. And that's what Google sees. That's what search engines see to get you searched for in Pinterest, right? So those become live links inside Pinterest. So same as, trending on Twitter, same concept. This is the best of both worlds in one location. It's pretty cool. So then what we can do is we can also add a price inside here. That will get us ranked inside the gift section of Pinterest, right? Puts a little banner at the top there. You can see that banner, $1. Makes it live, so it's traceable, right? You can highlight it so that it can actually get indexed and get crawled, right? Well, this is free, so we're going to put boom, right? So it's cool. So then we have to save that pin again. Okay, so we're back. Pins, these highlight, right? These hashtags get highlighted. Yeah, oh, I'm not really talking that much when the patient, so don't worry about that. Okay, so you can see here that these get highlighted, right? So when I click on these hashtags, no problem. When everything's switching, I just stop talking because I know it's spotty. So a lot of people on the call, so it could be a lot of bandwidth stuff like that. There's a lot of factors that come in. Switch to a Mac, and they all go away probably. So if we search work from home, right? See how it came up there? Search results for work from home. That was my keyword, right? That was my hashtag. I mean, it's just I don't have a list of already used hashtags. Um, I just make up my own. It's pretty generic stuff. So you can see here, so work from home came up here as Q equals work from home, so query equals, and these are all the work from home things, right? Inside that query. So that's pretty cool. This guy's got a video on here, video here. Post-it note there. Pretty cool stuff, right? So that's how you can get searched and get your stuff found out. All right, so if you search like Martha Stewart, or let's do something that's not Nike. See, so if I search Nike, it then brings up everything that has the word Nike in it. Now these guys are getting a little bit hardcore, and this guy's got Nike, 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 Nike. That's the only thing. Like selling like knockoff goods, right? So that's how the search works, and that search is getting used consistently, right? So I just want to show you another. Okay, so here's an example. I know there's a few people on here that were real estate agents. I was just reading the questions there. Okay. So this is an example of how you can set up a real estate board. Now, I have a student that there's different ways of doing different things, right? So I push the borders. I have one profile that's a complete link directory. The whole Pinterest account is a link directory, and we've set up businesses. So each business has a board, and then it's a link directory linking to their site. They're getting tons of traffic. So we set up one like that. So this is an example of how you can set up a real estate board. So if you're a real estate agent, you could set up different things. So you could have like Victorian houses, you could have apartments, you could have different things, different boards, and people will come on and check it out because you're going to use the keyword like what you're doing, what you're what is associated with those houses, and people are going to search it. Then you should have a board separate. So you should have like a board that's related to houses. So just random stuff like couches and stuff like that. It drives traffic to your profile at the same time. What's a link directory? A link directory is just like a directory, like Yellow Pages. And I just put it on Pinterest and sold the links to people. So they just paid me like $25. I created a board for them on Pinterest and drove traffic to it. And then they've been getting traffic from Pinterest from it. It was pretty cool. So here you can set up a pretty cool real estate board, and as you can see at the top, it says it's got all the keywords. It says Quinty Real Estate Homes for sale or for rent. Then in the description of the board, it says Quinty Real Estate Homes for sale or for rent. Then inside the description of the board's description, it says Quinty Real Estate for home or for rent. Follow this Pinterest board for amazing Quinty surrounding. So I just use this as an example for one of my real estate offline clients, right? And you can edit this board at any time. So if they change locations, they don't have to change the boards. They could just switch up the name, right? They can just change the name. There's probably going to be a replay, Joe. Depends on how it turns out. I try to make sure they turn out okay. But yeah, you'll probably be okay. So that's pretty cool. And then you can put your link in there and stuff like that. So does everybody get a good, I know we're having a little bit of issues here with the internet, trying to get rid of it. Spending more money on the internet and can't fix the issue. But is everybody kind of getting what they could do? Like you can see how your business could fit in it. Nope. There's no limit to boards. You can have an unlimited amount of boards. Awesome. Bill says, I know you know your stuff. Yeah. This is what I do, so I try to be. Awesome. Awesome. See you later, Grant. Yep. Good night. Awesome. Is there a limit to follow? No limit to follow. No limit to followers to have. I would just say do not get on here and just start pinning 900 things a day. Okay? Do it like consistently. You know, is that enough that you're going to get some traction? But don't come on here and just spam it because then you're going to flag their site, and they are still having issues with their site. So you definitely don't want to get kicked off. I mean, I'm doing some crazy stuff, and I'm not getting kicked off. I can't show you that just because of the laws these days. But yeah, I'm doing so. I'm pushing it to the borders, and then if it works and we don't get in trouble, then we show our students and stuff like that. But I just wouldn't come on and pin like 900 things a day because then you're definitely gonna get flagged. Is there what products do you think I should have on my mobile app board? Well, because you're gonna be selling mobile apps, right? So you just have associated stuff. Just stuff associated with mobile apps like results and statistics and info. I use a lot of infographics on my boards because they take up most of the screen. So when people land in their news feed, they have to see my image because it's like the biggest one, right? So, Mike, can you give any examples of directory listings and maybe a couple of marketing areas? Well, here's an example you could do. I don't want to give you too much for free, but we'll we'll give we'll give you a pretty good idea here. So if you wanted to have, say, local dentists, okay, a lot of I don't know what market you're in or whatever. So you could say local dentists. You go on Pinterest and you get. I live in Belleville, Ontario, Canada, so I'd have Belleville dentists, right? So that's going to get ranked in Google really good. And then I would set up different boards. So I would go to a really good veneer guy. I would have a board set up on, veneers. I would go to a denture clinic. I'd get a board set up on dentures. And then I would tell them, say, look, I got this board set up on Pinterest. I can drive traffic to you for $100, right? If I drive more traffic than I'm guaranteeing you, would that drive your interest? Would you be willing to jump on a monthly plan with me? Just over deliver, right? Just start going and commenting on stuff and pinning stuff, and you'll get traffic. Not only because you're basically getting ranked for it, but you're gonna get your local SEO and stuff like that. But people are gonna jump on that. I mean, in the early days, I had a Facebook page that was the same idea. I made a killing off it. I've seen something about spam in here. Let me find it. There's a program you can buy that teaches you. Yeah, we're gonna get to that. 1 second, Calvin. The article you sent out about spammer dude mentioned he was using bots. Okay, there is a bunch of Pinpal bot, or whatever. There's a bunch of guys that have stuff. One of my good friends has built one. I do not use any of that stuff. To be very honest with you, they work for a certain amount of time, but then people's algorithms figure them out, and then it's like $1,000 invested, and then you're screwed, right? There's like a lot of guys that are promoting this thing right now. It's $1,000. And what it does is it grabs images from Pinterest, judging by a keyword, and then repins them to your board. I don't do any of that stuff. I believe in manually doing stuff and not getting banned from stuff. Nothing I do is spammy. But the guy the kid that everybody thought was me, it's not me. I wish it was. He didn't spam anybody. Like he didn't do any kind of spamming. He just posted one image, and I've tested the same model. I haven't made as much as him. I made close. But he just posted one image on Facebook and it went viral, or on Pinterest and it went viral. Same thing goes on Facebook every day. So he's using a PinPal bot. You can get those on the Black Hat forums, but I don't use any of that stuff. You can if you want to, but I just don't personally. Trying to get somebody to an eBay store. So if you have an eBay store, you can set up your board with the eBay stuff. Start, following people, commenting on different stuff, getting, social inside of Pinterest. It's going to take you a day, and stuff's going to start happening for you. I'm telling you. And then just start pinning your products to your board. So set up, if you have different boards, so you could have a clothing board, you could have if you sell cell phones, a cell phone board, right? Different type of stuff like that. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm going to throw in, I have a couple of links here for you. Let's get this up so I don't forget. James usually does this for me right now. I'm going to drop these in here. These are a couple of links that you should check out. Everybody see those links right there that I posted? Can you see those guys? Put them in the chat box there. Okay. Yep. Okay, so there are a bunch of pin reads and all that stuff. It helps you out with your analytics. Pinnerly is an awesome, awesome, awesome tool. I use it every day. I create campaigns inside Pinnerly. It puts them on my Pinterest, and it tracks conversions and everything for me. Huge, huge tool, and it's free. You just got to get a couple of invites in your golden to get in there because they're growing virally. Pinners2follow.com. This is another link I just put up there. That is a bunch of the top pin people. And I didn't get a chance to get into this, but you can check these out. These ones here are Pin It to Win It contests. These are the biggest thing right now, and they'll get you traffic like mad and get you buyers like mad. Pin It to Win It. Just give something away for free, and you can make more money. That's pretty cool. So we're going to get back in the slides here to give you some more content stuff. We all know that the early adapters, if you can early adapt with something, when the changes come out and they roll out, then you'll have no problem. Same thing, everybody's scrounging around for Timeline. I didn't get scared when Timeline came out. Timeline came out, I got excited. I love Timeline. It gives me more avenues to make money and to engage my crowd on Facebook. So now that you have a pretty good knowledge, I mean, we've gone over quite a bit of stuff, and hopefully you've comprehended most of it. I know throwing a lot of content at people, in a short period of time, you can get screwed up. But hopefully you have some pretty good keys to success and you get going. But we can also show you how to do this. We put together a comprehensive course that is going to be open. It's evergreen, so as long as Pinterest is available, Pinterest, which is our course, is going to be available. It's unique. It's all from me. It's not, copied from any other course. There is a course out that just came out last week that was one of my students, and they've copied me. I usually end up waiting for these things to happen because that's usually what happens. But it's cool. I don't mind it as long as they don't use everything in my course. I just gives me a little bit more closer to claim to fame. So we can show you how to do this all from a business point of view, not a spammer point of view, but a business point of view. So you can set it all up. It's not an ebook. It's a serious membership site. So it's a complete membership site. Monthly content's being updated, constantly updating stuff. Right now there's a couple videos that we're redoing, so they're not live. They're in like module 7 and 8. And unlike other courses, the material, when it gets outdated, gets redone, right? So that's what I do with my courses. You get the support team. I think we're going to put up a forum this week so you guys can jump in there and then talk to each other and stuff like that. I don't like to do that too much because you get the odd knob that'll go in there and be an idiot, but we'll just have, I'll put one of the support guys on to monitor it. We have total tools and resources. So the tools and resources I just put in the chat box there, we have way more inside this one, and I'm always testing new stuff, so you can check it out. Just give you profitable business ideas on how to make this profitable and show you the copy and paste way to do it. Now, like I said at the beginning of this webinar, I am strictly FTC compliant, so I have to have a disclaimer in here. My results cannot reflect yours, but if you're doing the same thing we're doing, there's no reason why you can't have the same results. Simple as that. Now, on the other hand, I've taught people in my high-end courses, like $5,000, $10,000 courses, that are making way more money than me. That's just the way things go. I can't figure it out because there's stuff that they can't make money on that I'm making money on. So sometimes it just goes weird. But I know that when I teach you something, you'll be able to make money from it because I've made money from it, and you can definitely implement it. So that's my disclaimer for FTC people that are watching and my lawyer. All right, so right now we have students across the board in different programs that I have. They're making $100 to $1,000 a day. We have more people that are making more money. I have one student that's making an exceptional amount of money in a network marketing program he's in. He's doing really well. We show people how to build 100K lists, our social media, stuff like that. And there's actually one of my students that actually copy and pasted a campaign I was running, and he's making $2,500 a day for the last 6 months in the campaign I was running. He actually made my campaign go higher. It's funny. So what Pinterest is going to help you out with, it's going to help you get the understanding of Pinterest, create lead funnels, become a Pinterest agent, like consulting, stuff like that. We show you how to do a bunch of that stuff, and you'll be able to learn Pinterest effectively for profits. And this is no BS. It's supposed to be not just business. So like not just for real businesses, you can actually create a business around Pinterest, which is cool. So it's going to give you lifetime access, no monthly fees. Right now, there's a fluke, and my team did not put the new link up. So I'm going to give you the price in a second, and it's going to be not what the price should be because the new price should have been up, but you're going to be able to take advantage of it because I didn't have time coming into the office here to get the new one up. So you're going to get lifetime access to updates and support. There is a coaching webinar. We had one last night. There'll be another one next week. You can get the replay. It's being uploaded as we speak to the website from the webinar last night, and it was awesome. I got into showing people how to do affiliate funnels with Pinterest. It was pretty cool. So you're going to get one of those. So there'll be another one next week. And I thought when I first was doing this, because I usually sell high-end stuff, high-end courses, just because I like that clientele better. They tend to take action more than the guys that spend $27 and $37 or $7 or $10. So I thought about this. I'm like, we could make this like an $800 course. We could charge $297 for the course, and then we could charge like $497 for the hour coaching because I know I'm going to give you tons of content on these coaching calls. It could be an $800 course. But you know what? This is fairly new concept, and that would be a huge deal, meaning that I do charge. This is no BS. I do charge some people $5,000 to speak to me on the phone, and sometimes end up having to take ownership of their company because they can't pay me. But we do that kind of stuff. But that's not what you're going to pay. You should have been paying the $197 as of today. We sent out an email yesterday, but we didn't switch it. So you're going to be able to take advantage of this, okay? So for $97 one time, and we still have the 30-day money-back guarantee, and that's actually going to be going away too. Right now, lifetime, one charge, you don't have to pay anything, 30-day money-back guarantee. If you take action right now and go to pinterest.com/act now. Now, I know right now is when a ton of people drop off the webinar, but I just want to, before anybody disappears, do you see enough value that it's worth $100 to become a member of our course? Awesome. Thank you. Good stuff. Do you see value at $197? Of course. I love it. I love this crowd. It's a good crowd tonight. So this is definitely really good stuff for you guys. You don't have to pay anything after this, and it's going to be updated and stuff like that. I'm always trying to figure out new stuff. I actually have a WordPress plugin for a pin it thing that goes over your images, and then when the mouse goes over the image, they hit it and they pin it. Excuse me, to Pinterest. You're going to get that for free. So that's going to be. It should have been in there yesterday, but you're going to get that for free. That's probably like, I mean, I could probably charge $27 for that itself or more.